All right. Good day, grade 10. All right. So before we proceed to our new discussion, may I request everybody to open their camera and let us have this short opening prayer. All right. Let us have the presence of the Lord in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty Father, we praise you and thank you for this day. Watch over us as we go about our works and studies. Help us in every way so that we may become children you want us to be. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. All right. So before we proceed to our new discussion, no. So may I just ask, no? So let us have this a short recall, no? So what is the lesson that we tackled about? All right. So the lesson that we tackled last time is none other than midpoint. No. So if we say midpoint, that is the point or the middle point of the two end points, no, in a segment. All right. So if for example, if we have this two endpoints, all right, so forming a line. Alright, so forming a line, the midpoint or the middle point is their midpoint. No? So the middle point is their midpoint. So knowing that midpoint, alright? So that is the midpoint. Also, um, we also know that in a segment, if we have this midpoints, no, we know that it forms two equal segments. No, all right. So we have the segment A and segment B. This is the segment A and segment B. If we have the midpoint from the midpoint to the end point, it is equal to the other segment. Okay. So also before we get the midpoint, no, so we have a formula, no, in order for us to get what is our midpoint, no. All right, so what is the formula of midpoint? The formula of midpoint is m is equal to the coordinates of x and y, right? So the x coordinate is x sub 1 plus x sub 2 all over 2. Then your y coordinate will be y sub 1 plus y sub 2 all over 2, and there you go. All right, so this is your formula for your midpoint. Okay. All right, so knowing this midpoint is given to you already, no? So uh questioning me, Sir Jai, what are we going to tackle for this day? No, so we are going to tackle for this day. No, the lesson that we are going to tackle for this day is none other than line. No, so questioning, Sir Jai, what is a line? Okay, so a line is the set of points forming a straight line. No, on a plane. Okay, so if we say straight line from a plane, no, so it says that a line is a set of points forming a straight line or forming a straight path. No, so it is a set of points forming a straight path. No, all right. So these are the set of points. No, all right. So that is a line. Okay. So what else, Sir Jai? So also we defined that line, the slant slope or the slant line or the slope between any 2 points on a line is always equal. No, so always remember that it is always equal. All right. Also, a line on the Cartesian plane can be described by a linear equation. Now, this might be a new term for you, no, linear equation. Now, so if we are going to uh, describe or define what is linear equation, no, so if we said linear equation, no, a linear equation is an equation that can be put or inputted to a form of, always remember this one, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Alright, so always remember this equation. Alright, so also this equation is called as the general form or the standard form. Alright, so it is denoted that a and b and c are integers. No, so this variable or a, b, and c are all integers. No, but Knowing, always remember that A and B, no, is not are not both zeros. All right. So we also define. We always remember that this equation is called as linear equation. Now, always remember that one. If you solve this kind of equation, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, that is called a linear equation. No, you are going to ask me, Sir John, why is it called like linear equation? No, so from the equation itself, no, it is the equation from the line. So in order for us to get what is your line, uh it is used, no? So this like linear equation is what are we going to use in order for us to define what is your line. Okay? All right. So also the graph will be a straight line. Always remember that one in linear equation because there is no such line that it will not be straight. Okay? Also, the form ax plus by minus c. That is minus c, I'm sorry. Yes. Minus c, alright, minus c, okay, is equal to 0, is called as general form. If we say general form, that is the form itself from the starting point. Okay? So, take note that the integer coefficient all on one side is equal to 0. So, these are the integers, right? So, these three are equal to 0. That is the general form. Okay? Alright. Okay. So, from this general form, no? Alright. It is also defined that the equation of a line describes all of the points on the line. Later on, we will be tackling some examples on how are we going to know if this intercept, for example, a point is in the intercept of this value, what will be the line, no? Alright, okay, so it is said that the equation of a line describes all of the points on the line. Also, the equation is the rule of any ordered pair on the line. Alright, so I will be giving you some examples, okay? So the example that we are going to have from the general form, no? So please do remember and take down notes with the general form. Alright, so from the given x and y. Alright, so is it visible? Okay. So from your x and y, no? So let us try to have a negative 3. Okay. And let us say you have negative 1. Okay. And you have 0, 1, and 3. Alright, so what if it is said that your y is equal to 5 is equal to 3x. Okay, so we are to find what is your line. If you are given this line, this is your line. So given you have the x-intercept already, no? So you have the coordinates of 3, no? So what are we going to do is to define what is your y. Okay, so let us try, no? So it says that your x is your y-intercept is 3x. Okay, so let us try. So if we have negative 3 for your x, we are going to change that to negative 3. It will become, your y-intercept will be 9. Negative 9. Okay, so let's try to put negative 9. Okay, alright. So what if we have negative 1? So our answer will be negative 3. Alright, so is it visible? Alright, so it is, please wait. So this one, alright, so if we have this x-intercept, and we have negative 3, negative 1, 0, 1, and 3, no? So let us have this negative 9, no? We answered that if we substitute this negative 3 to the value of x, because from the x-intercept, no? So we are going to have negative 9. So, of course, if we substitute negative 3 to the x value, or 3 times negative 3, of course, negative 9. So, by now, we are going to substitute the value from negative 1. No? So, from the x, we're going to substitute negative 1 to the value of x. Therefore, we are going to have negative 3. Okay? So, what if 0? Of course, if we substitute the value of x to 0, of course, whatever you times to 0 is always 0. Alright. So, how about 1? If we transform that one, the answer will be 3. Okay? So, how about 3? If we are going to transpose that one, or substitute that one, I'm sorry, if you are going to substitute the value of that one, the answer for that one is, okay, the answer for that one is none other than 9. Alright, so are we clear? So we are going to have this 9. So, sir, what is the connection from, what do we have there? No? So, how are we going to know if that is a line or not? Okay, so from the 3x, y is equal to 3x. Alright? So, this is your y-intercept. No? So, let us try to find what is your x. Okay? What is your x? Negative 3, and negative 9. So, the point is in here. Can you see? Alright. So, this is your point. Alright. So, next, negative 1, negative 3. Negative 1, negative 3. So, this is your point. Your point is in here now. So, let us just put in here. Okay? Alright. So, next, 0. 0. Then, 0 to 0. Then, from your x, it is 1. Goes up to 3. 1, 2, 3. This is your 3. Alright. So, let us say that this is your point. And, from 9, 3. 1, 2, 3. And comes up until to this point. No? So, let us say that your point is in here. No? Alright. So, let us have this point. Alright. So, this is your point. Okay? So, from here, we could say that we have your line here. Okay? So, that is how a point works. Alright? So, from defining from your y-intercept, so let us say that your y-intercept is 3x, we could see that it is a line. No? So, we could define we could know if the intercept that is given to us is a line or not. So, by checking these forms, no? Alright? Okay. So, there are such things that we should understand, and we should try to know if the given intercept are a line or not. Is a line or not. Okay? Alright. So, let me have this one. Alright. Okay. So, this is, alright. So, this is 1, 3. Okay? Alright. So, this is negative 3. Negative 5. Okay. So, from this part, alright. So, we defined that having the orientation from checking from your y-intercept, alright, so from the given, let us say that it could be just not negative 3, negative 1, 0, and 1, and 3. It couldn't be anything, no? But in this part, now we could say that, no? We could say that the y-intercept that we had is a line, no? Knowing that we checked it already, ano? Alright. So, aside from that, we are going to define and we are going to know if that the given lines that we will be presenting is a line or not. Okay? So, in what way, Sir Jai? So, maybe you will be asking, so these are some of the examples, alright? So, this is a line, is general form, no? So, it said that it is a line, no? So, we have the first line, which is 3x plus 2y minus 8 is equal to 0. Also, the second line is x minus 7y plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, it is said that the coordinates of 4 and negative 2 is on the line. Later, you will know how the coordinates 4 and negative 2 is on the line. No? So, from the line, please wait. So, from the line, 3x plus 2y minus 8 is equal to 0, it is said that 4 and negative 2 is on the line. Later, you will know how do we know if a point is on the line or not. Okay, so it says that 5 and 1 is not on the line. Okay, I want you to take a screenshot or take a note about this one, so that later on we could answer this one. All right, so in line number 2, we have 4 and negative 2. It says that from this point, from the second line we have, which is x minus 7y plus 2 is equal to 0. It is said that the point is not on the line, while the point 5, 1 is on the line. All right, so let us know, that it is said that this point 4, 2 from 3x, let us just write, so let us just write. All right, so from the forms of 3x, can you see? All right, so from the 3x plus 2y, okay, is plus 8, minus 8 is equal to 0. All right, so it is said that the point for negative 2 is on the line. So how are we going to know if the point 4 and negative 2 is on the line? No. So, if I will be doing this one, maybe you'll get shocked and you'll asking me, how did I get that one? No. So, if I will be doing that one, what I will be doing is to get the y-intercept. What's our y? It's 2y, right? So, in order for us to get y-intercept or y, what are we going to do? Of course, we simply transfer all the given to the other side. So we are going to transfer 3x and negative 8 to the other side, which forms with 2y is equal to negative 3x plus 8. Alright, so from this one, only y-intercept, the one that I am getting. Alright, so if only y is the one that I would like to get, no? So the thing that I will be doing is to divide this both by 2. Alright, so it will be cancelled. So the only thing that will remain is negative 3x plus 8. Alright, so what are we going to do here is to convert this one into this form. Negative 3x 2 plus 8. Alright, so from this form, it could be like this one. Could say that negative 3, alright, this one. Alright, so negative 3 halves x. Okay, negative 3 halves x plus 8 over 2. So, in adding fractions, we could see that if similar fraction, we simply get the common or LCD. So, their LCD is 2. Alright, so from here, we could see that 8 over 2 is equal to 4. So we could say that in the final form that your y-intercept is equal to negative 3 over 2x plus 4. Okay? Yeah, there you go. So negative 3 halves x plus 4. That will be your y-intercept, or that will be your line. Now, the question is, sir, how are we going to know? How are we going to know if the point 4 and negative 2 is on the line? Alright, so from this one, I will be erasing this one, and I will be taking down note this line that we have, negative 3x, negative 3 halves x plus 4. Okay? So, I will be taking down note of that one. And the point 4, negative 2. So, let us just input that one. And later on, we will we will know how did we know that 4 and negative 2 is on the line of the line. This is negative, Alright. So, this is negative. So, maybe you cannot see this one. There you go. Alright. So, from that one, we could say that, there you go. We could say that, later that this 4 and negative 2 is on the line. Alright. So, let us jump first from the examples that we have. No, but we are going to prove this one later on. Alright. So, it said that this line, 4 and negative 2 is on the line, while the 5, 1 coordinate is not on the line. And while in the other line that we have is that 5, 1 is on the line in this second line. No? So later on we will be dealing, or we will be knowing how did we get how did we know that this point, this point, the 4, maybe this one, no? So this point 4 and negative 2 is on the line of this y-intercept. No? Alright. So from the lesson, how did I know? The lesson of, or the topic of slope. So if we say slope, if we are going to define slope, the slope is what? The line, or the thickness of the line. No? Alright. So if we are going to define slope, so slope is, we could see, yes, that is the direction of a line. Okay? So, slope could be in different, any different form, no? So, we could say that slope could be in a different or any form that we could have, different depending on the line that we have. Alright? So, we could also said that if slope if the x sub 1 is not equal to x sub 2, then the slope of the line through the distinct points, point 1, or x sub 1 and y sub 1, that's the first coordinate or the first point, and the second point, which is x sub 2 and y sub 2, is what? This form. Alright? So, it is said that from the slope, we could say that slope, okay, is forming this way. So it says that this way. Alright. So we could say that from the slope, it is rise over run. Alright. Run. Okay, so what is rise over run? So we discussed this one already. If we say rise, the formula for that one is the change in y. Alright, maybe you're familiar already. And if we say run, it is the change in x. Okay? Alright, so if we heard the change in y and change in x, no? We could define, or we could say that change in y is delta y. And change in x is delta x. Alright, so from delta y and delta x, we could say, what is the formula of the increment, no? So that's why I am telling you since then, no? So I'll be erasing this one. So we could say that this is an increment, no? So if we are going to know, it's the one that I am saying, no? It is important to know what is increments. Alright, so it is the delta y over delta x. No? Alright, so what is the formula of delta y over delta x? The formula of delta y is what? The formula is y sub 2 minus y sub 1. Alright? Alright, so some of you, I just saw that they are interchanging the y sub 1 comes first before the y sub 2. It is wrong. The right form is y sub 2 minus y sub 1. Okay? It's y minus y sub 1. Alright. So, from the delta x is x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay? Are we clear with that? This is the formula of the slope. So also, we could say that the slope is in this form. Letter M. Small m ha. Small m po. Alright. So, going back to the presentation. Alright, so we could say that slope is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Alright. So the question is, why is this needed? No? So it is said that this one, if that x sub 1 is not equal to x sub 2, we could see here, no? Alright? Guard against 0 in the denominator. Why is that it is guard against 0 in the denominator? There is a difference if we have the zero value in the denominator and the numerator. Alright? So from this one, I want you to I want to have your eyes in my screen or in my presentation. Alright, so let us have this slope. No. So if we have this way, it said that from the point -3 and 6 and 5 and 2. Alright. So from this one, no. This is our formula. You know it already. What is the formula of a slope? So the formula of a slope is rise over run. Alright, so if we say rise over run, that's the delta y over delta x. Alright, so m is equal to delta y over delta x. Okay? Alright, so from this axis, no? Eyes on me. Alright, so from this axis, we have, what's our delta y? It is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Alright, so what is our y sub 2? This is our x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So our y sub 2 will be 2, and our y sub 1 is, this is our y sub 1, right? So it is minus 6. Alright? So, all over, what is our x sub 2? Our x sub 2 is, this is our x sub 1, and this is our x sub 2. So, our x sub 2 is 5 minus, what is our x sub 1? It is negative 3. Negative 3. Alright? So, if we are going to have this such form, no? So, I will be asking you, what will be our slope? So, if we are going to solve that one, it will become negative 4, right? So, 5 minus negative 3. The answer is what? 8. So, same, there are some students I just saw, no? So, if we have minus and negative sign, we turn it with addition, no? So, we change signs. Alright, so it is negative 4 and 8. Alright, so from this one, no? So from this one, we could have at least the lowest term, or we could have this slope already, no? So we could say that m is equal to negative 4 over 8. Okay, so it's up to you if you are going to find the lowest term. No, now we are going to know. No, we are going to know if this slope is in our graph. How are we going to graph this slope? No, so as from the presentation, once again. So this is our negative 3 and 6, right? Alright. So next, this is our 5 and 2. Alright. So from this one, we just said a while ago, no? We just said that our slope is, what is our slope? This is our slope, right? From my screen. Okay. Alright, negative 4 over 8. Alright, so from this one, alright, so eyes on my presentation. Alright, so it is negative 3 and 6. It goes down, then goes to the right. So why is it like that? So we said that it is rise over run. Okay? Rise over run. So, sir, you are saying one always and always rise over run. So we have negative 4 over 8, no? Or we could say that it is 1/2. Alright, so from this slope, we can, this is the thing, how did we calculate that one? No, so we use m as a slope, no? Represent m as a slope. And we computed that these are our x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, and y sub 2 values. And we then substitute them all. Okay? Alright, so from that one, that's why we have negative 4 over 8. Or we could say that it's negative 1/2. But then, how are we going to input that one as a slope, no? So, eyes on my screen. Alright, so we could say that negative 3, okay, negative 3 and 6. Our 6 is in here. Alright, so our 6 is in here. Alright, so this is our negative, this is our negative 5, this is our negative 6 above. This is our negative 6. Alright, okay. So, if that is our 6, then we could have 5 and 2. This is our 5 and 2, no? So, what we have is that negative 4 and 8. So, we go down 4. That's why negative, no? So, we go down 4. We go down 4. 1. This is 1. 2, which is 4. 3. 4. Okay, 4. Oh, this way. This way. What is this one? Alright, so from this one, we go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then our 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is our 8, no? Alright, so from this one, that is our points. Alright, so from the presentation a while ago, if you will just notice, no? You will just notice. Alright, so this is the points that they have. Alright, so it's 5 over 2. So I'm sorry. That is 5 over 2. That's why. Negative 2. Alright, so from the above. Alright, so from this one, we have 5 over 2. The slope, we have the rise, which is negative 4. That's why it goes down 4. Okay, and it goes to the right 8 times. So it goes like this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's why the points is here. So if you are going to have negative 1 over 2, if you are going to go down 1, and you have the run of 2, run is 1, 2. The point is here, right? Then, and after, this way, maybe you are not seeing, na? So if we have this one, this is your rise. We go down 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have the run of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So even in rise, no? Negative 1, then rise, then 2. This is our visit, ha? Alright, so we're going to have this 1, then 2. Run to 1, 2. That's why our point is here. So we go down 1 again. 1, then 1, 2. That's why we have points up until we could form a line. Okay? Alright. So, we calculate, no? We calculate things from this one that I have a while ago, right? Okay. So, from this one, no? So, I want you to find the slopes. We have the yellow, right? We have the blue and the red. Okay? So, from this one, from this coordinate, we could have the slope from this formula, no? So, how are we going to find the slope? Having the formula, we have the coordinates of 3 and 9 and 11 and 2 and coordinates of 5 and negative 2. So if we are going to find the slope for yellow, the slope for that one is 2 minus 9. The answer will be negative 7. While the denominator is 11 minus 3, the answer is 8. That's why the slope, or the first slope, will be, our M1 will be negative 7 over 8. Alright? Okay. So, how is our slope number 2? So, if we substitute the values of 2 minus negative 2, okay, 2 minus negative 2. What is our y sub 2? Our y sub 2 is this one, no? If you're going to read a slope, whatever point comes from the left up to the right, you're going to read the slope, the first coordinate you're going to read is from left to right. That's how are you going to read. So if you will notice, from the slope of yellow, the y sub 2 is 2. This is this is the y sub 2. No, so this is the sub 1, y sub 1. Okay? Also, this is the y sub 1. No? That's why it is negative 2. Alright, so from this one, you will see, no? You will see that from this one, the answer is, okay, the answer is 4. This is 4. I'm sorry, It is 4, okay? 4 over 6. But, if you are going to have the lowest term, the answer is 2 over 3. Alright, so how about in red? So, if we are going to substitute all these numbers from the coordinates that we have, the answer will be, okay? The answer will be what? Negative 11 over 2. Right? Am I right? Okay, so, let us have this slope, no? So we are going to find the slope between 5, 4, and 5, 2. Alright, so having the formula of m is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, no? So we have the values, okay? Alright, so from this one, so if you notice 0, no? 0. So, if you saw 0 either on numerator or denominator, we should stop at the moment, okay? Because if we have 0 in the denominator, alright, so the answer in that part will be undefined, okay? Alright, the slope is undefined, alright? Okay, so if we are going to check on it, no? The 5, 4, the coordinates of 5, 4 is here, and the coordinates of 5 and 2 is in here. So if we have that slope, is it going to be a slope? Of course not. Why? It's just a horizontal line. There is not a slope. If we say slope, it is the tipness of a line. Okay? Alright. So we have negative 2, okay, over 0. Now, it's if you will see, no, if we have negative 2 over 0. So it's undefined. How about this one? M, or the slope, is equal to the formula, no, the formula itself. Alright, so we know that these are the values of x sub 1 up until y sub 2. So if you're going to substitute all the values of this in our formula, so we have this one, no? So if you will see, oops, sir, there is something once again, no? You will notice that the slope is 0 over negative 8. So how is that one? Are we going to stop? So, the slope for this one is 0. And we know that, we know that any, in the fraction, no? So any form of fraction, if we have 0 from the numerator, the value will be 0, right? So 0 divided by something, the answer will be 0. Okay? Alright. So, if you are going to find that one in our graph, no? This is our 5, 4, and negative 3 and 4. So, we could see a horizontal. A while ago, it's vertical. Sorry. This is horizontal, no? So, if we have horizontal line, it is said that it is 0. But, if we have vertical line, we then have undefined. That is correct. Alright. So, we could have rise over run, 0 over negative 8. No? So, it is said that it is equal to 0. No? Alright. So, from the results that we see, no? We could see that vertical lines is undefined, as I said, and horizontal lines is 0. Okay? Alright. So, find the slope. Okay? Find the slope of the line. Okay? Find the slope of the line for x minus y is equal to 8. Okay? Before we have this slope, no, that we are to find, let us try to go back to the point that we have earlier. We know now, we already know how to know what is our slope. No, so if you're going to have that one, so I will be erasing this one, you know what is the formula of our slope already. So let us have this one. Alright. So from this line intercept or y-intercept, no, we have negative 3 halves x plus 4. And it says that 4 and negative 2 is on the line. So it is said that negative 3 halves x plus 4. No? So our slope there is this one. So later on you will know why is that negative 3 half is our slope. So later on you will know all the special equation, no, or special forms of the equations in the line. No, so we could say that in this form, no, we could say that this form is our slope. So how? This is our 4. Our y-intercept is 4 from here. Then it said that negative 3, either we go up or we go down first, because the negative side could be in our numerator or in our denominator. No, so if we have negatives in denominator or numerator, you could simply tell that the whole numerator or the whole fraction is negative. No, so if we have that one, let us say that it is negative 3 over positive 2. So if we have negative 3, we go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and we go down run. It is rise over run, rise over run. Run. Rise, 1, 2, 3, and we run 2, 1, 2. So the point is here. Okay. Alright. Point is here. So if we go down once again, 1, 2, 3, and we go 2, 1, 2. This point is here. Anyways, I would like you to be informed that from this line that I have, it is from 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So the middle spaces between these lines are 2, 4, 6, or the even ones. Okay. All right. So this is here already. How about if we go? If we still continue, 3 rise, negative 3. We are going to rise below. So this is from 2. This is from 2. This is from 2. So 1, 2, 3, 2 and 4. Okay. So if you're going to rise below, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to run 2. 1, 2. So it is this one. So how about in this part? No? So how about in that part? So we have this 4 points already, ha? So let us make it as 6. So a while ago we said that it is negative 3 over half. What if we tell it like 3 negative 2? It is just the same with negative 3 halves, right? Right? So let us try this one already, because a while ago this is the one that we did, no? So if you're going to try that one, it is said that positive 3, we rise up because it is positive, no? So we rise up 1, 2, 3. Again, from the point 1, 2, 3. Okay? Then we go run. Run forward or backward? It is backward because it is negative. So 1, 2, 3. Backwards. 2 steps. 1, 2. So here. No. Alright. So lastly, we go right up. 1, 2, 3. And we run 2 points. 1, 2. Alright. So our point is 1, 2, 3. And in our here. Okay, so our point is in here. So if you will notice, it is a line. I just I just didn't touch that one because it's hard to erase this one. Alright, so anyways, we could see that it forms a line. But the question is, 4 and negative 2 is on the line. Now, the question is, where is 4 and negative 2? Alright, so we said that the coordinates, from the coordinates, the Cartesian plane, we have 1, 3, 5, 7. So, in between, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on, right? So, 4 and 2, where is the coordinate? 4 and 2, where is that point? Point 4, this is 1, 3. Our point is 4. Here, this is 5. Okay, this is 5. Okay, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Okay, so our 4 is in here, right? So we have here, and we have negative 2. Negative 1, negative 3, negative 5, negative 7, negative 9, negative 11, so on. So our negative 2 is in here. So we could say that the point 4 and negative 2 is on the slope or on the line, no? So this is our slope. Now the question is, the thing is, we prove that this point is on our line. Now the question is, sir, how are we going to know that? How did you tell that negative 3 halves is the slope? And we are going to base that one. So this is the thing, no? So we are going to discover that one. We're going to have that one with the things that we discussed a while ago, no? Alright, so it's negative 3. Okay. So I'll just erase this one. Alright. Okay. Nice over. Okay. So going back to the presentation now. So maybe this will take time so that we'll be having this one run discussion about slopes, no? Alright. So if we are going to find the slope of this line, find the slope, no? So we find the slope for this line 4x minus y. First is to have, we could say that the value of x will turn out into 0. Why? A while ago, we interchange, or we fix the general form of the equation that we have above, no? This one, no? This is our general form, and we fix that one into this kind of form. Then your question is, what is that form, sir? So here is how it happens, no? Alright, so I'll be showing you how it happens. Okay, so we denote, no, in special forms of equation on the line, no, so we denote that this form, I'm sorry, in the presentation later, we could say that this form a while ago from ax plus by minus c is equal to 0. We could say we could say that this this equation is the general form. Okay? But if you will be seeing this kind of form like y is equal to something mx plus b, we could say that this form, or this special form, we could say that this is slope intercept form. Why? Because we are dealing with the slope or the steepness of a line. Okay? So, yes, it is the general form. No? From the general form, that's why I said a while ago, from the starting point of the form, we formulate and we transpose the general form into such equation like this slope form. If we say this equation, it says that it is the slope intercept form. Okay? It is the slope intercept form. Okay? Alright. So, this is the slope intercept form. This is the general form. Alright. So, from this one, we could see that M and B. What is M and B? Because a while ago, we discussed that M denotes or represents the slope, or it is the slope. Okay? And our B, that is our y-intercept. So later on, you will know, no, how and why. So going back to my presentation. So in this one, we are finding the slope of this line. No, so before we go back to this thing that I discussed a while ago in my board. No, so we are to find the slope of this line. No, so what we did is to find the value or find the y-intercept form. In finding the slope of the line, if we are given this equation, no, so first things first is for you to find the y-intercept form. So what I am doing is, it said here that let x be equals to 0. So all x, let us form or substitute it as a 0. If we are going to substitute it into 0, the form equation or the formulation of this one is like this one. So 4 times 0 minus y, the answer is negative y is equal to 8. But we are going to find the positive y because it's y-intercept. It's not negative y-intercept, right? So that is why we are going to multiply both sides to negative 1, okay? Or negative 1. That's why we are going to multiply them both. That's why it becomes positive. No, or just to interchange, okay? Alright, so from this one, alright, so we could have from the slope, from the slope of this formula, from the y-intercept, we could say that the slope of this one is 8 over 2. 8 over 2 is equal to 4. Now, so from the formula, all x's is equal to 0. Alright. So, if we have this one, okay, this one, 0, 0. And the formula of it is y sub 2 minus y sub 1, okay, all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, right? Alright, so it is delta y over delta x. You know it already, right? Okay, so from this one, y it becomes 2. Oh, y it becomes 2. You will be asking me, no, because you don't have x sub 2, right? Okay, so from this one, this is your x sub 2. Okay, so before knowing the slope, you are to find the x-intercept, because a while ago we already deal with the equation of, or the formula of, slope, which is this one, no, delta y over delta x. But after finding the y-intercept, you should find first, the second thing is the x-intercept. So if you have this for equation, you are to make the value of all y into 0, same as finding y-intercept. If you are going to find y-intercept, all 0 will be equal to all x will be equals to 0. If you are going to find x-intercept, all y values is equal to 0. So if you are going to substitute all y's to 0, the formulation will be like this. So substitution from 4x minus 0, because the value of y is 0, is equal to 8. That's why we have 4x is equal to 8. So in this case, we are just to find the value of x. That's why we are going to divide this part by 4. And that is why, pardon with my writing, so that is why we cancel that one, and we have 8 over 4, or we could say that the values are 2. Alright, so in formulation, we just simply know the x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. No? In finding what is your x sub 1, y sub 1, no? And x sub 2 and y sub 2, I want you to remember this one. No? So always find y-intercept first, then second is your x-intercept. Alright, so if this takes you too much, or if this formulation takes longer for you to solve it, no, so I will be giving you a technique. For example, we have the equation of 4x minus y is equal to 8, right? Okay, so if we have that equation, we are to find the slope. So what is our slope? Our slope is delta y, right, over delta x. Or we could say that in slope, we have rise over run. So we have rise over run. Run. That's one. Run. Alright, so from this one, if we say y, from the graph, this is your y. And from the x, or delta x, this is your x, no? So maybe you cannot see. This is your x, no? And if we say rise, that is your y. That is your y. And if we say run, that is your x. You are always basing to the y if you go rise. If your rise is negative, we go down. If your rise is positive, we go up. Now, in your x, we base from the x-intercept, y-intercept, intercept, and x-intercept, right? Alright, so if we have run, we base from the x-intercept. What is intercept, sir? You are keep on telling me intercept. No. So this is your y-intercept. Yes, it is y-axis. But it's also called intercept because you are basing on the y-axis. If you say intercept, you are to base in the y-axis. Okay? Alright, so from x, from the run, you are basing to the x-intercept. Alright? So from this one, now you know that from the slope, we have y over x, right? Okay, so if we are going to find, you are going to be asked, what is the y-intercept of this equation? So from my part, this is the one that I am giving you, this is a big tip. So from my part, if I will be asked, what is my y-intercept? What is my y-intercept? This is the one, this is the y, right? This is your y, and this is your x, right? So your y is negative y only. And your x is for x, right? Now, if we are to find the y-intercept ha, my y-intercept is, I will just be covering 4x because that is not my x, that is not my y. The only thing that I am to find is y. So all values or all in the equation with y variables is the only one that I will be seeing. So I will be covering up those x values. So we have negative y is equal to 8. So let us just write now. Let's just write. So from your y, you have negative y over 8, right? Okay. So from negative y over 8, we could say that it is, we could just interchange. Your y will be transferred here. Your 8 will be transferred there. So your y is y equal to negative 8. Okay? Alright. So it is y is equal to negative 8. Alright. So if it's negative 8, sir, okay. So let us just input that y, your y-intercept is, wait your y-intercept is equal to negative 8. How about x-intercept? Your x-intercept, this is the one that you need for x, right? So all in x-intercept that you have is will be remained, and all y you will be covering up. X-intercept that you need, the thing that you need is x-intercept. So I will be covering up this y. So if I will be covering this one, so we could see that 4x is equal to 8 is the remaining in the equation. No, so if you are covering, if you are going to find x-intercept, we are going to cover y. So if we cover y, okay, so we could see that 4x is equal to 8. So let us write 4x is equal to 8. So in this case, the only thing that we need to find is the x, right? So we are going to divide both sides by 4. Then that's why we have x is equal to 8 negative 4, or we could say that x is equal to 2. Still the same, no? But the only thing for you not to be, what do you call this one? Para hindi ka maligaw, no? So that you will not be lost for the things that you will be answering. Your x-intercept will be 2. Okay? So, going back to the presentation, no? So our y-intercept is negative 8 and your x-intercept is 2. So going back to the presentation that we have, it is truly right and just. No? We have the y-intercept negative 8 and x-intercept is 2. Okay? Alright, so if we have these intercepts, no, we could simply write ha. I want you to go back to my screen. Alright, so if we have y-intercept, this is your point. This is your y-intercept, no? So before we have the slope, of course we have point. Okay? So your y-intercept is what? Negative 8. In your x-intercept is 2. So how about your x in your y-intercept? Of course, 0. Just to input that one to 0. Okay? Also in your x-intercept, this is 0 already. That's how it is. Okay? That's how it is. Alright, so having this coordinate, you have this y and you have this x. So if you're going to find what is the x sub 1, x sub 2, and y sub 1 and y sub 2, this is your x sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 1, y sub 2. Only that one. Okay? Are you following? Going back to the presentation ha, so that you will know. Alright, so is it just the same? Just the same. No, so because maybe you will be lost or you will get confused if you just convert all x's into zeros. No, the one that I'm just doing is just to cover it up. Okay? Alright, so just to continue our thing, no? Now, in finding the slope, no? So, in finding the slope, here's an easier way. Alright, so for the y, how are you going to solve for the y? Of course, the one that I did, just to cover up, okay, we transfer that one. Okay, after we transfer, okay, after we transfer all the equations, we could say that we have this negative y is equal to negative 4x plus 8, right? But it is negative, we simply multiply that all by negative 1, okay? Now, having this linear equation, from this one from this one, we could simply see that our slope is this one. How? This is our y, no? Alright, so when the equation is solved for the y, the coefficient of the x, coefficient, what's our coefficients? Just as I said last time, no? So this is our variable. If whatever number beside that variable is our coefficient. So when the equation is solved for y, the coefficient of the x is the slope. Alright, so we could say that it is slope-intercept form. That's the one that I said a while ago, no? This is the thing, no? This is our slope-intercept form. So it is y is equal to mx plus b, no? So always remember that, no? So we have the general form, y is equal to mx plus b, no? So we could see that our y, no? Our y is negative 8, no? If we will be covering this 4x, our y is negative 8, no? Or for example, this one, I saw in the presentation. If I will be covering this 4x, because this is our slope, right? So if I will be covering that up, our y is equal to negative 8, right? Oh, wait, go. That's the thing, no? Alright, so we have seen how is the normal way on how to get the slope. The first thing you need to do is to find the y-intercept, x-intercept, and find your x sub 1, y sub 1, no? So that's the basic one, no? But in here, in this formulation, the one that I did in this board, no, a while ago, what we did in finding this one, no, if you will remember in this equation, from the general equation, I turned it out into this one. What I did is to find the y-intercept form. For example, let us have, a while ago, from the presentation that we have 4x minus y is equal to 8, right? So the first thing we need to do is to find the y-intercept. Transfer all the values and find for the y. Y should be the only thing that we are to find. Then, if you have this form, y is equal to mx plus b, that's your slope-intercept form. In order for you to find what is slope, we could see that m is your slope. Okay, so your slope is 4. Okay? Okay, alright. So, you could see that 4 is your slope. Alright. So, from this one, no? Because this is our slide a while ago, no? Straight there. This is our slope, no? Alright. So, this is, we could have this formulation, but it takes us much time, no? But in this part, we have this formulation, no? So, m is our slope, and b is your y-intercept. Okay? Alright, so if you are going to graph that line, we could say that from 1 and negative 3, that is your point. Okay? That is your point, ha? Then we have this slope. For example, this is our slope. Negative 3 and 4. In negative 3, we go down. Again, ha, in m is equal to rise over run. in rise, we simply depend on the y-intercept. Y-intercept, ha? Alright. If we have y-intercept, if we saw negative, therefore we will go down. If it's positive, we will go up. So it is negative, we will go down how many times? 3. Right, so that is why 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So the point will be here, but we have still run 4. So we will be running 4 times what? To the left, to the right? To the right. No, because it is positive. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the point will be in here. No? 4. Okay? Alright, so we have the point in here. Okay, so in other ways, if we have a negative sign in your 4, a while ago, I just said that from a fraction, if you have negative fraction, your negative sign could be either in your numerator or in your denominator. No, so if we have positive 3 and negative 4, it's just the same with this slope. No, okay. All right. So if we have negative 3, we have the run of negative 4. No. So if you have negative 4, we are running to the left because it's negative. Oh, always remember, in the slope we have rise over run. So if we have run, we depend on the x-intercept. Okay, yung x-axis. Alright, so if we have run, we are going to run positive or negative? Negative. So we will be running to the left side. So if we run left side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go up because it's positive. Oh. So we go up 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so your point will be up in here and there you go. Okay? So I hope it is clear enough for you. Okay? Alright. So it's just the same. Okay, if you will be continuing, that is your slope. You can make a simple line from your slope, no? Because it is from the steepness. Okay, so did you get how did we get the slope? Alright, so that is your slope. So we have the positive slope, green and blue. Negative slope, this is the red, this pink, and white. Okay? Alright, so from this one, we have the undefined, undefined. Alright, so from this one, oh, yes po. Alright, so from this one, I will be cutting this lesson already. We will be tackling the next forms. We already discussed the general form, also the slope-intercept form on how are we going to define what is our slope, right? So we are going to find as well the other forms or the special forms of the equation in a line, no? So like point slope form, no? So I am hoping that for the next meeting you will be with me so that we could discuss and know how to deal with the slopes or with the line in an equation. Alright, so for this day I would like to give thanks for all the grade 10 who's watching this right now, and for the last thing that you will be doing for this day, no? So kindly type in the comment section, no? Kindly type in the comment section your full name, your Google account name, either 10A underscore your class number underscore your full name, or 10B underscore your class number underscore your full name. So comment your Google account name, then date today, when did you watch this one, and your thoughts, your final thoughts or your reflections. It could be short, 1 to 2 sentences. I would accept that one. So kindly type on the comment section and do not forget, no, what are your final thoughts? Okay. All right. So thank you for that one. I hope you did learn about this loop. So thank you once again, grade 10. So see you next meeting. Bye.